Hey guys, Griffin back with from the Retro Rebellion, and today I'm not really any sort of tutorial or game video in particular, but as you can see, I've got a few projects going on my table over here, and I ordered a bunch of stuff from eBay. Some of the stuff including this third-hand thing, some wire, some sockets. This game, which was Stunt Race FX, and you may or may not know where I'm going to be going with this, but as many of you know, is that Starfox 2 was never released, but sorry, good thing that's not plugged in. Starfox 2 was in close development near the late 90s, and they never actually released a copy of it, so I've read about some people making their own copies of games, and with this particular game, which was about $7, that's I'm gonna get into that later. Hold on. Some sockets, which these are for 24-pin, not 70 or not 32-pin. Those are for my this project right here. I'm going to talk about in a second. And some of these M27C801 EPROMs. Yep. So these were $6 a piece. This game was $7. The EPROM program itself was $30. That hasn't arrived in yet, but I decided I would start building the cart anyway. This is the EPROM eraser, $20 just in case I mess up anything, and you know, or in case these aren't actually like fully properly erased. That's okay. So basically, all I've done is I've removed the chip. Not really. You're not supposed to really use force, otherwise you could rip the pads off, the solder pads off the board, which I actually did for two things by accident. But as you can see, it's not a very pretty job by any means, but it's just for myself. So as long as it works, there's 32 pins, and I'm telling you right here, this third-hand tool right here, pretty much my most favorite tool out of this project so far. I don't know if you know how hard it is to solder 30 gauge, which is really tiny, 30 gauge wire, 30 gauge wire onto 32 points that are pretty much an inch apart, an inch and a half apart, like an inch and a half space. It's not that easy, but whatever. It's almost done. I just need to wait for my sockets. I have my, as you saw before, my EPROMs. All I have to wait is for the sockets and the programmer to come in. So, yep, that's that. And I'm also getting started on this project, which I just started today. It's if you don't know, it is from an Atari cartridge. I mean, both are horrible games, but I used E.T. and using this diagram I found on the internet. There's some more written instructions in the back, but using this diagram I found on the internet. Alright, that's another thing I have to wait for before I finish this, is some 74LS04 hex converters. But anyway, I have a socket for that, and I have my wire. So I started following the pinout diagram, and basically this was a lot easier to remove the pins and such. But I've soldered one half, and I have this one just random wire hanging out because that's supposed to go to a pin on the hex inverter. But yep, I have one side pretty much done. I do have one side done. All I have to do is the other side, and then these use these 24-pin EPROMs, which are 2732. See, hold on. Yep, 2732B. You can use 2532, but 2732 is just cheaper for me. So get this thing to focus. You might not be able to read that, but also, yep, this is just it, and its socket. Normally, it would just be that one chip on top. But anyway, These cost about, it was something like $6 for 2. It might have been something like that. Sockets were $1 for a pack of 10. And the game itself I got for like $1 at a flea market or something. And it's definitely not by any means a good game. So I was like, hey, let me at least try this. So, yep, that's on its way to completion, as well as my Starfox 2 project. So anyway, that was just a quick update. Stay tuned. I'll probably be posting a video of my Starfox 2 cartridge once it's finished, once the other stuff comes in. But yeah, thanks for watching.